I wanted to come on, talk to you guys a little bit about the Rainchecks. Now, I know I talk about it almost every week, but probably a couple of tips that I'm going to mention and a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you guys about that I usually don't have a chance to talk to you guys. I'm just kind of sharing with you guys kind of the deals and stuff, Rainchecks to pick up this week to use for the following weeks. But like I said, you don't have to do only the Rainchecks that I'm telling you guys. A couple of tips that I wanted to share with you that you always want to get Rainchecks on. And the very first being anytime you're going to do a buy one, get one free. Now, if you're going to do a buy one, get one free, always try to make sure anytime you're getting a Raincheck that the item is not there or it's not visible to the cashiers, whether you want to get it even though they have it there at the store. It all depends on you. But I always say it's always a good idea to always pick up a buy one, get one free Raincheck, just because there are those weeks that a particular item goes on sale, and an item like the brownie, normally it's, let's say it's $9.99, it will go on sale and it's $6.99, and then you have this BOGO free, then you can use it that particular week. But it also depends on how the cashier writes the Raincheck and how the cashier that's interpreting the Raincheck when you use it, how your scenario will play out. Anytime you're going to get a Raincheck for a BOGO free, try to have the ad with you so she could just write it in the essence of how it looks like. Some cashiers will actually try to get the price of the product, so keep that in mind if you're trying to get a BOGO free Raincheck at your store. But like I said, anytime you can get these are a really good time to use it. Now, I mentioned just last week about the Viva paper towels. I think this week, well, it's Saturday, so by the time you guys see this, it will probably be Sunday or too late for you to get the Raincheck. I already mentioned it, so hopefully you guys picked them up. But they were on sale this week, I think, for $7.49, or it's on a buy one, get one free. I'm not quite sure which one it was. But anyways, it was to get the Raincheck for the Viva paper towels for, I think, the $7.49 price, and then use it in the upcoming week when it's a buy one, get one free, making those really, really cheap and a really great time to get the Viva paper towels. So, if you can get, anytime you can get an item that's a buy one, get one free, get a Raincheck for it. Even though I don't mention it, it's always a good time to get the Raincheck. And Rainchecks are just saving you some extra money. It's no different than using a manufacturer coupon. Just to save some extra money when you're going to do your scenarios, especially when it's a slow week or you need to burn some up rewards. It's a good time to get a Raincheck. Some of these do apply. The tips that I'm going to share with you guys over at CVS, if you do CVS, or over at Walgreens, if you do Walgreens. Anytime you could get a buy one get one half off, it's always a good time to use that. Or anytime you can find a I don't know if I'm gonna find it here, but anytime you can find an item where it's a particular price for an item that's normally a lot larger price, like to say maybe these are normally like $1.29 and you can get them for 88 cents right now. In the upcoming weeks there might be a deal on it. Or like with this item, it's $5.99 right now this upcoming week, which is the 21st. I don't know if I'm going to mention it, but if you are watching this, it might be a good time to let you guys know that this item, the Olay, would be a good time to get a Raincheck for the Olay body wash, because the upcoming weeks that we're going to have, on the week of the 28th, I believe, there is going to be a deal, an up reward deal on the Olay, and it's going to be a buy one, get one half off that they have going on. But if you could get it for the $5.99 price, which I don't think it's, I think this is a sale price. I don't think this is a regular price for the body wash. I think it's a lot more. I think it's more like $8.29 or $8.99, something like that, for the Olay over at RiteAid. So if you could get it for the $5.99 price, then they should be able to use it the upcoming week, on the week of the 28th, and then get a lot less money out of pocket. Meaning the first one will be $5.99, the second one will be $2.99. in that scenario. So anytime you can get a price reduction for a particular price that's on sale, and then use it in the upcoming weeks when there's a deal going on, like an up reward deal or anything to that nature, then that's when you want to end up using them. Now, these always vary. Some cashiers will not allow you to get a rain check on it. Some cashiers will. So I mention it, and usually I try to always put on there, your mileage may vary, when I talk to you guys about these rain checks for the coupon that they have. Some cashiers will allow you to do it, and they will write on there that, you know, you were trying to buy this particular item that had some $2 off that was in the ad, and they will only give you, normally some cashiers will only give you one. Other cashiers will be however many you tell them that you want the particular price for the item. So they will minus the sale price from that coupon that's in the ad. Okay. The other thing is, anytime you're buying a particular item and you're going to get up rewards off, it's not like, as you guys probably well know by this time, it's not like CVS, where CVS, they will print out your extra care bucks. RiteAid, they do not print out up rewards, but they will minus it from the total of each product. So like with this item particularly, it's 2 for $5, and you can get $2 in up rewards for the product. So since they can't print it out, they will minus it from the total, meaning they will either write down, depending on your cashier, $1.50 for each, or they will write down 2 for $3. So other cashiers will write down 2 for $5, and they will put $2 in up rewards next to it. So when the cashier does it the upcoming weeks, they will minus it at the cash register, the total amount of the product. All right. So that's just another couple more tips. Like I said, anytime there's a buy one get one free, buy one get one half off, it's a good time to do it. Because see, like this item, it's a buy one get one half off. Anytime it's going to be a buy one get one half off, and there's a deal that you really want to get in on, some cashiers they need to know what the actual price of the product is, so that they can write it on the rain checks. Other cashiers that are really not so picky will allow you to they will just write down buy one get one half off, and you just need to tell them what ounce, and you can just say it was a 16-ounce sensitive skin that you were looking for, then they don't have it on the shelf. Another thing that I wanted to mention, because I get this a lot on Instagram, is that some people say that their location doesn't allow them to get it, or they rarely ever get any rain checks on any of the products. Now, a particular item, it doesn't have to be that exact product. Now, if you see something that's on the shelf and you see, like this, let's say this dial, you wanted to get the price for this dial, and there was an apple cucumber scent that you wanted to get, and you tell them that's the one that they don't have on the shelf, and you want to get a rain check for that price for that particular product, they will normally will just write down what fragrance it is that you wanted to get and the price for the product, and that's it. It doesn't need to be completely off the shelf. So even though you want a particular scent, they won't pressure you to try to get another item and tell you that, oh no, you can only get the rain check if they're completely out of stock of all the items on the shelf. That's not how it works. Anytime you can get a rain check is for a particular item that they don't have. So, and you can always argue with them about that too, because you could tell them, if there's a specific lip color that you wanted to get, whether it's being a shade of red, and you wanted to get a rain check for it, they won't have you try to grab a different kind of product when that particular shade is what works for you and your skin. So you always have to, sometimes you gotta educate your cashiers about that too. If they try to push you, try to get a different item that for that particular price for that rain check. The other thing that I wanted to mention also was some cashiers or managers will tell you, instead of trying to give you a rain check, they will substitute an item for a different item. So let's say I don't want to talk about that same item. Let's say I wanted to go into like the Tide or something, but I don't think we have any Tide here. So let's just say the Tide. Okay, it would be the perfect thing because this happened to me. I tried to go get this Tide that was $2.99 at one time over at CVS. They were willing to substitute this item price for the regular Tide that they had on the shelf, and I was completely happy with it. I bought it at the time. So you might run into that at some point in getting rain checks, where they'll be willing to substitute one item for another item within the same category and give you the price of what the sale price for the item is. So whether you need to have whether you didn't really want to get it, you just wanted to get the rain check for the item, you have to have a backup plan for that. Meaning that you could tell them that that particular scent is really hard on your skin and you can only use that particular item, or whether the item you can only use an HE item. HE meaning for the certain type of brand of detergent that you can use for your washing machine. Another it being that you can only if you have a sensitive skin, you need to always have a comeback for anything that they're willing to tell you if they want to if they're wanting to substitute an item for another item. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your rain checks. But like I said, anytime you can get this, I'm gonna scroll, sorry, it might feel a little dizzy to you because it feels a little dizzy to me when I did that. Anytime you can get a percentage off out of an item is always a great time to get a rain check on an item. So if you can get a certain lip color or anything that's percentage off, it's always a good idea, especially if you have a smartphone, to take a picture of the shelf price and tell them, you know what, I wanted to get this so you guys don't have that shade of gray or that shade of color that you wanted. If you could get a rain check on that, because then on a particular week when they have the physician formula and they tell you you buy this item, you get $7 in up rewards when you buy this particular item, then you're going to be spending a lot less money out of pocket because you're going to use this rain check that has 40% off. Meaning if the item's, let's say, $15, then it will take off 40%, which will bring it maybe to like $8.99 or something like that. And then you have that particular week that you're using the rain check, that they'll give you however many up rewards for buying that particular item. You're spending a lot less out of pocket and you're able to get the item that you want. So keep that in mind also when you're going to get a rain check, that if you're going to get a certain shade or anything to that effect, some cashiers are really anal about it and they will make sure that you're getting that specific item, that particular fragrance, that specific type, to get that rain check for that week, that you might end up becoming a moneymaker or anything to that effect. So like this one I mentioned earlier, I think last week, there was a percentage off of a certain of this NYC products that you could use for an item that was, let's say, $10, and last week it was 40% off. So technically this week it will be $6, and then here for this upcoming week it's going to say that you get $2 off for an item for anything when you spend $5. Then it will actually, you'll only end up spending $4 without any manufacturer coupons beforehand on using that rain check and getting these up rewards for that product. So that's all pretty much I wanted to mention. I really wanted to mention RiteAid just because I talk a lot more about CVS, and I know there's a lot more deals on CVS sometimes than there is on RiteAid, especially any rain checks. So I just wanted to kind of share this with you guys. Hopefully you guys can do any of these deals in the upcoming weeks and try to get a rain check. Just try it for one particular item. Once you start using it, you'll get more comfortable with it and keep doing the deals, keep doing the rain checks. Roll rain check after rain check. And I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, have a great day.